little Vol Sports along the way. Just give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you soon.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss PRP, platelet-rich plasma. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
Good to be back, Jason. We specialize in non-surgical orthopedics, so we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints, including rotator cuff injuries, knee injuries, and elbow and foot problems by using ultrasound-guided injections with PRP. And this form of treatment helps stimulate the body's own reparative process and assist in the healing of damaged tissue.
Doc, what makes your training different than others?
I've been practicing in Knoxville for over 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. They've been the leader in this form of treatment since 1983. I also teach this form of treatment on a national and international basis to other physicians, residents, and medical students. Here in our clinic, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own PRP, which are concentrated platelets, to treat your injury. So in other words, Jason, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Do what the pros, college athletes, and I have done, and visit them online at trsportsmedicine.com. Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, East Tennessee's leader in PRP therapy.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
All right, Stokes. Where are you, man? Where are you? No, I'm just kidding. Stokes is unavailable today, but that's all right. We'll be back next Friday. All right, Ben. You said you was at a 10, but you do have a little bit of a reservation that has been brought to your attention. What is that?
I'm nervous. Maybe I'm overreacting because I am the type of fan that gets very nervous before a game.
I mean, hey, I understand, man. Your Steelers ain't doing too hot right now. The Yankees eliminated. I mean, you got
How'd your White Sox do yesterday?
We still in the playoffs, ain't we?
And they've won as many games as the Yankees in the playoffs so far. 0. Look, don't make me root against you and root for the Astros.
Man, I'm actually trying to help you here, man. Saying you got some reservations.
No, see, you brought up the wrong reasoning. I just care so much that I'm scared of the outcome that we don't want. Because I care so much, Swain. That's why I get nervous before a game.
You sound like a damn fool this morning.
I don't care. Talk me off a ledge if I'm a little too nervous. But the injuries, man, they're starting to pile up. Going into this game,
it's been a week.
Running back room's banged up.
It's been a week. They've had a week to recover.
Laneith Whitehead's banged up. Jalen Wright's banged up. Jabari Small's banged up.
I mean, he's had the same shoulder for the Pittsburgh game, and I mean, that's going to be a thing that lingers. I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, you're right. I mean, at some point, maybe he is unable to go at all, but he has been able to recover to a certain extent and start or play the beginning of the game. One wrong fall or one hit, he has taken himself out of a couple games so far after the Pittsburgh game. But I mean, you're right. You're right.
Offensive line's banged up. Don't expect Kingston Harris or Cooper Mays to play once again. The linebacker room is banged up. I expect it to be an Aaron Beasley, Solon Page, and Jeremy Banks show.
Worked last week.
On Saturday. It did. Defensive backs, banged up. Christian Charles, Danico Slaughter, Theo Jackson,
They've had a
banged
week.
up.
They've had a week, man. They've had a week to recover. I'm telling you, man, you'd be amazed the difference between Sunday and Saturday. Amazed.
But that's my only reservation about this game is the amount of guys banged up. Because at this rate, it is going to catch up to Tennessee at some point.
What catches up with Tennessee when they play a team with equal or more talent? I mean, that's when it catches up, or a team that's as good as Tennessee or better. Makes it harder to pull the upset. Ole Miss is not a team, I think, that is as good as Tennessee. So you may be able to get away with.
You mean South Carolina?
Yeah, Tennessee. That's right. South Carolina. Not as good as, South Carolina's not as good as Tennessee, so Tennessee can get away with it. But Ole Miss, that's going to be harder because it forces you to play cleaner. The margin of error is smaller. You need to create more mistakes on Ole Miss's side. And then when you play Alabama and Georgia, I mean, you got to damn near play perfect. And that's still not good enough probably. So even with some of the injuries and lack of depth heading into this game, and I think a lot of those guys will be okay and available because of the power of rehab and treatment and medicine and adrenaline, that these guys will be okay, except for the guys who are just completely out. But next week it gets more difficult. Week after that, it gets more difficult. So for right now, living in the moment, I'm at an 8. What was I at yesterday? 7? Or I gave the jerseys a 7.
You gave the jerseys a 7.
I think I was a 7. I think I was 7 all around yesterday.
You a 7 all around, all right.
That's all right.
It's interesting that you view it from that perspective, and I agree with you. But in regards to this specific game, it makes me a little nervous just because I think it can help close the gap.
It could.
That's why it gives me a little reservation. I still think Tennessee will go out and handle business, but if there was one concern for this game, it would be that.
Well, the reason why I look at this game and I'm saying, yeah, you got the injuries and all that good stuff. And listen, we said the same thing last week. And then Tennessee showed us offensively that they were on the same page. Mm-hmm. They showed us defensively that they had taken a step. I'm not even looking at the score. Like, I'm not even taking the score in consideration versus Missouri. I look at how they played. They played like they were in sync. They played like one injury is not going to affect them in a way that they don't have juice and they can't execute. Man, it didn't matter. Next man up, let's go. And so the way they played is the reason why I'm saying, all right, even with the lack of depth and some guys banged up versus this South Carolina team that we saw on film, that we've seen on film, just not be good. There's just no other way to say it. They just not been good.
No, they're not. Tennessee should handle this game. I'm confident in Tennessee covering the spread. I don't know what it currently is. Last I saw, it was 10.5.
How confident?
How confident in winning, or how confident in covering the spread?
What's your money, Ben? Put your money up.
I'm at an 8 or 9 in terms of confidence of Tennessee simply winning. In terms of them covering the spread, I'd say about a 6 or a 7. Over the halfway point on the scale. We've talked about the scale before. So I feel like a 6 or 7 is fairly confident in Tennessee covering.
Man, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. They should cover.
They should, for sure.
They really should. They really
South Carolina's not a good team whatsoever. Not that Tennessee is some great team all of a sudden, but South Carolina just has a lot of issues. A lot of issues. A young quarterback dealing with a foot injury, learning how to manage playing with that foot injury. Offensive line has been inconsistent. Left guard has been an issue. Running game, as a result, has been an issue as well, and a strange issue. Kevin Harris was the leading returning rusher from last season in the SEC, and we talked about his obstacles that he has had to overcome since the start of fall camp and really going back to the summer. They don't have any receivers that scare you. I do think Nick Muse, their tight end, plays in the NFL.
Belly button.
He's a good guy. Yeah, belly button.
Belly button.
And then the defense has one good player. One good player.
If I was on the other side, because I think I'm in the north end zone, if I was at the south end zone,
you would yell that at him.
and I was in the lower bowl, when he came out, I would say, belly button. Hey, belly button. Hey, belly button. Belly button, where your belly button at? Not like I was looking for it or anything. I want to see it, but just saying.
I think Hendon Hooker has a monster game. I think he rushes for over 100 and throws for more than 250. I think he is really going to deliver tomorrow. I think it's there for the taking from his vantage point against a South Carolina defense that does not do a ton well, if anything.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with you on the passing yards. I'm gonna fall short of the 100 on the rushing yards. I think he will make some plays with his legs. Breaking the century mark is not easy to do, but Hendon can certainly do it. I just don't think that he'll do it this game. But I think 250. I'm right there with you, Ben. Him and Javonte Payton, they got some chemistry. There's a purpose with those receivers, those older receivers, and some of the young guys that lost their playing time. I think the bench sent a signal to their brain, and those guys have done a better job in practice and showing the coaches that they are serious about. Listen, I don't want to make it seem like they're not serious, but they understand what it takes to prepare day in and day out at the University of Tennessee. Sometimes you just lose sight of that. You got to understand something. These guys were used to doing things a certain way last year, and it didn't matter, and they still played. Well, Callaway didn't play, but Callaway saw other guys play when they didn't take things they didn't have the right approach day in and day out to prepare for Saturdays. But now they have learned through sitting on the bench and playing time being taken away that there's a standard. And if you don't meet this standard, you just won't play. Playing time is earned. It's not given. And just because you have it at the beginning doesn't mean that you are entitled to it no matter what. It's every day. Rent's due every day. Every day in this conference. So that's just the way it works. I think with Hendon Hooker and Velus Jones and Javonte Payton and Cedric Tillman, experienced group, quarterback and 3 wide receivers, I think these guys are going to go out and get 250. And I'm not excluding the tight ends because that's part of it too. And the running backs are part of it too. You take Tyon Evans and get him on screen like Florida, it's off to the races. And he showed us that he can outrun SEC DBs. And this is versus his hometown team.
Oh, yeah.
Man, somebody better get Tyon Evans an oxygen tank during warm-ups because he may
gas early.
Man, he may gas out early. He'll be so hyped.
Yeah, I was going to throw in the comment that, heck, the tight ends have been better in the passing game this year than the receivers. Would you agree with that? I know it hurts you to say, but would you agree with that?
100%.
I know the receivers have been used more. But
No, 100%. 100%.
I think
100% agree.
the tight ends have been more efficient in what they've been asked to do.
They have been.
Which is awesome because Jacob Warren and Princeton Fant deserve all of the success.
They deserve it, man.
They are awesome. Awesome people, awesome football players in terms of how they work, their leadership in the locker room, how they set an example for guys. They deserve every ounce of success. Z Hamilton 23 asked, any idea if they had a good week of practice? That would tell us a lot going into the game. Don't know if Z Hamilton's being sarcastic, because I know that was kind of a running joke under Butch and Pruitt, because Butch and Pruitt always said that. Well, we had a good week of practice. But Josh Heupel did rave on Wednesday during Vol calls, and yesterday when he met with the media for the final time, did rave about the week that they've had. Said that they've had a great week, and that he's loved the mindset that the guys have come back in the building with this week after the blowout win over Missouri. And that wasn't even what stood out to me. It was the comments Josh Heupel made about last week's preparation going into Missouri, saying that preparation was the best that they've had since this new coaching staff has gotten here. And you've heard Josh Heupel rave about the importance of the 24 to 48 hours leading up to the game. He said the 24 to 48 hours leading up to the Missouri game was by far the best of the season. And it seems like he really thinks his team is starting to figure out all the small details that it takes to be successful on Saturday. The small details Monday through Friday, Sunday through Friday, that it takes to be successful on Saturday.
Big Orange 123. How old are you, Big Orange 123? I just want to know. I want to know. Because Big Orange 123 on the text box says, I just hope the players aren't already focusing on the popcorn bowl with Ole Miss. My question would be, why in the heck would this football team be looking past anybody? This team is not good enough to do that. This team won one game in the SEC this year. One. You've had one game to really feel good about yourself as far as performance. One. You don't have a right to be looking past anybody. That's what good football teams that have done it consistently do. We're not there yet. We're trying to get there. I know this hurts to hear. I know you don't want to hear this. I'm just being brutally honest. We're not there yet. We're trying to prove that we're a good football team. Beating Missouri, a team that quit in the first quarter, doesn't mean that you're good yet. Not after one win. Last time I checked, Mizzou was doo-doo. To prove that you're good, you got to be consistent. You got to do it again Saturday. And guess what? You got to do it again next week. To be a good team, you got to beat a good team. That's the way it works. You got to prove yourself. So there's no reason for this football team to be feeling themselves to the point where you're overlooking anybody in the SEC. Anybody. It's one thing to overlook Tennessee Tech. But
Think Tennessee could overlook Vandy?
yeah. But they won't, because it's a rival, because some of these dudes, look at it as a rival. It's just the way we are today. They see Vandy as a rival. But, nah, man. These players are not taking any game for granted. And Kentucky Vol fans is right. This team has players on it. They got beat by Georgia State.
Look, folks talking about me being a Debbie Downer. I didn't bring up Georgia State.
Just saying, man. It's true. It's true. I think these are the people that have lived in the past a little bit. That's a past Tennessee issue where you don't perform well in the bowl game because guys are looking for the league, looking towards the NFL, or you expected to win 9-10 games and you didn't play well, even though you still won. You didn't play well against one of the paid non-conference teams because you're looking towards a big-time opponent. That's what happened like 15 years ago. We starving for every victory. We taking every game serious. And this is Josh Heupel's first year. There's not one game this season. This is another reason why this these comments kind of surprised me a little bit because there's not one game this season. And this team has played 5 games. There's not one game this season where I looked and was like, hey, man, this team don't look focused. And this team look like they're looking past the opponent. No. So you're not looking past an SEC opponent who is basically at the same level as you are right now. And you have to prove that you are a step above. This is why this game is so important for both programs. You're trying to get a leg up on each other, because you're kind of at the same level at this point of the season. So Tennessee is the better team. Tennessee should not be looking past anybody, especially when you go in dark mode. You wear alternate uniforms. There's no way that you're going to be just going through the motions. No way. We know the excitement level and what it's going to be inside Neyland Stadium. All right, let's go to the phones.
We got Tramel.
Tramel, good morning, Tramel.
Yo, what it do, my dude?
What's up?
Man, but I'm just sitting here and just kind of reminiscing a little bit, and I'm like, I've been listening to the show for about 5 years now.
Goodness
I
gracious.
found out that, what's this? You know, started listening. I'm like, okay, it's that thing, huh? Called in. Matter of fact, hold on. I never got my damn T-shirt from y'all either.
What T-shirt?
You remember y'all used to get T-shirts after the first call?
Man, what? No, I don't remember that. What show was that, man?
Okay.
What show he listened to?
Man.
No comment.
What's the first call on a T-shirt? That might sound like TSR days. That ain't Swain Event Independent days.
You crazy.
I don't remember that.
Still on the show.
Yeah, you may or may not be right, Tramel.
Nah, man. No. That is
Well, yeah,
incorrect.
anyway.
No, you used to tell Andy that he could get a free T-shirt for calling in first.
Is Tramel Andy?
But then it started bleeding over to folks like Tramel. Like, because remember it became a joke that they were the first caller of the day? Oh, you get a free T-shirt.
No, that was a joke. Tramel, that was a joke.
So you joked me on my first ever call?
That was a joke. Joking with Andy. That was a joke. You know what, Tramel?
So
you got a
joked
Swain
me on
Event
my
cup.
Hold on. So you joked me on my first ever call. You played me on my first ever call.
You gotta have better listening discipline, man. You wasn't listening. Answer me this, Tramel. How much did you pay for your Swain Event cup from Game Time Sidekicks?
That's what I was going to say. I was going to bring that up too.
No. I'll bring it up for you.
I ain't seen y'all since then. You up in?
How much did you pay for that cup, Tramel?
Man, that was for the Frisky.
Huh? How much?
For the Frisky?
Frisky, huh? Free 99?
Free 99.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to
And I
make
had the
sure.
Ric Flair walking up there. And
That was your first caller present right there.
yeah, that was pretty sweet. I was pretty happy about that. Even though it's all messed up now. I'm going to look at it.
You gotta hand wash it. See, you don't follow directions. You don't listen. You need to hand wash it.
I ain't do it.
You gotta have control. You gotta have better control of your household, Tramel.
Yeah, you know what? Don't do that. But the confidence level that you have, like this is the most confident I've heard you in a while. Going into an SEC game. Now, yeah, of course, like the team that we supposed to smash, the confidence level is pretty high. But I can kind of tell you talking to the players, and like you said, piggybacking off what you were saying about some of these players lost to that Georgia State team, man. Like, we can't overlook anybody. Like, I mean, that's got to be a bad dream for some of the cats that's still here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, so I just don't see him looking over players. And the way you were talking, when you were talking to Caden, he was telling you about how quick the guys got tired.
8 plays.
Surprised me. That surprised the mess out of me, and I feel like that's gonna not only because Missouri has less talent, but I think that'll happen to a lot of teams who play against. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna get gassed. I mean, especially if we're being successful. Now, if we going 3 and out, you know what I'm saying, that can bog the whole game down, and that's the only thing that scares me in our bigger games coming up. But your confidence level, how you looked over South Carolina earlier, you ain't tried to now. But you started talking about Ole Miss and how you ain't think Ole Miss was this and that and third. And I was like, wait, we played South Carolina this week?
Yeah, that's us though. We looking past South Carolina a little bit because that game was announced earlier in the week. It's been a night game. There was talk about wearing the black jerseys, but that's different than the players. I mean, the players,
right?
Like I could sit here and say that we never really overlooked an SEC opponent, even one that we knew we were better than. We never really overlooked the SEC opponent. Now you may overlook La Tech or Air Force or something like that, but I've truly never heard a story here where a team in Tennessee overlooked another SEC opponent.
Right, and that's what I'm getting at, and not the players. I'm not even talking about the players. I'm just talking about strictly you, because I know you talk to the players and you played, so you know you played on this high level, so you kind of can get that juice and kind of feel the players a little bit more than a person that really ain't played on that level. You know what I'm saying? You kind of those little intangibles that some people can't see that you know. You know what I'm saying? That kind of gives me my confidence. That gives me a little bit boost to my confidence, because when you was talking to them and that their confidence level, and you basically, I guess you talk to enough of the players or some of the leaders of the team to know that they're not going to let that crap happen. They're not going to let, teams overlook and the seriousness of some of the older guys like Cade and, Butler, those guys trying to get that check. Honestly, they trying to get that check. And so those guys and the guys that are playing the upperclassmen guys, they trying to pave their own way. And I kind of can see the confidence through you when you're talking to them to know that they, that their level is high. I mean, they might not be overlooking people, but their confidence and their belief in each other is something that gives me, a great bit of confidence. Man, I love what Josh Heupel's doing, man. He's bringing these boys together. And it started when them playing water gun games together and off season and eating ice cream and just building the team up. Like we're reaping the benefits of seeing this now. Now it sucks that we lost the Pitt game, because I feel like we should have smacked them just like we smacked Missouri. But you live and you learn, and I love the fact that he kept those guys up. I don't know if any of our old regimes, if we would have lost the Pitt that early, if those coaches could have kept the team together. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tramel, and man, thanks for the phone call. Hope you have a safe trip here, safe trip back, and a good time at the game. But like, no one should be satisfied. That's what happens when you get satisfied. You take things for granted, and looking past an opponent is taking your opponent for granted. Is taking the game for granted. There's no one on this team that should be satisfied or full. They should have a full belly. They should be hungry and starving. That was just a little taste. They're not full just because they put up 60 points against Mizzou. They want to do more. They're still hungry. Josh Heupel's only coached 5 games. He's still hungry. These players are still hungry. So, no, this team ain't overlooking South Carolina. Absolutely not. All right, who's on the phone?
Middle Tennessee Rick.
Middle Tennessee Rick. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning, guys. I'm excited. I'm coming to the game today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You coming to the game today?
Yes, sir. Coming later this afternoon. Bringing my son with me.
I like
Excited
it.
about the game. I'm sitting in Section C. I think that's going to be a pretty good seat. About 34 rows up.
Oh, Rick, you got the VIP tickets.
Hey, man, it was bought. It was a charity, and I had the high bid. And I didn't pay really all that much for them, but sounds like great seats. I knew you guys would know. I've never sat in that section before. So I kind of looked it up, but it looks like it's going to be a good section to sit in. High enough up where you can see and about close to the middle of the field.
Rick, there's not a bad seat in Neyland Stadium.
Yeah, you're true. I've sit in all of them just about over the years.
That's right.
But, yeah, I am excited about the team, really excited about the win last week, knowing that Missouri's defense was probably one of the worst I've seen in the SEC over the years. They absolutely had no answer for anything we were doing. Obviously, I don't think we punted the whole game, scored every possession in the first half, kind of unheard of. Knowing we're not going to do that this week, but I still think the guys will be ready, because I think this coaching staff, as the last caller just mentioned, I think they're going to have the guys ready. They know what's available for them if they can keep playing hard like they've been doing.
That's right. That's right. And this, I think this sometimes gets lost too. This team practices in the morning. every day. This is a noon game where you have to get up and get ready to go 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. So they're used to that. The moment your eyes open and your feet hit the floor, you're thinking football. And it's the same. The same can be said about Saturday. So we're so used to just thinking that a team that's playing at noon may come out flat, or you've had a little success. You just assume that, oh my gosh, it can't continue. I mean, they've played consistent for 5 games in terms of effort, in terms of being coached up. I expect them to do the same thing against South Carolina. That is not as good as Pitt, not as good as Florida, and a little bit better than Mizzou, but I don't think they're as good as Tennessee. So,
and hopefully we continue our first quarter scoring like we've been doing. I know you read a stat yesterday, I believe, on how much we've outscored our opponents in the first quarter. I believe if we can get up on excuse me, on South Carolina like we did Mizzou, I think we'll be in good shape.
I think you're right, Rick. I think you're right. 865-255-03. I think Rick is on point.
Josh Heupel said the morning practices have nothing to do with starting noon kickoffs. Well, I asked him about it yesterday. He said it comes down to somebody's competitive nature.
And I don't believe it.
He said that he's had teams that practice in the afternoon that start hot too.
And I don't believe it.
Games.
And I don't believe it. Not consistently.
I'm with you. I'm just telling you what Josh Heupel told me.
I don't believe it. It sounds good, but I don't believe it.
Comes down to somebody's competitive nature, Swain.
That's coach speak. I don't believe it. Been part of teams, and we've seen teams that don't practice in the morning that do come out sometimes flat noon games. This team has not done that. And I think the morning practices have something to do with it. I mean, we did have a player on Tennessee Prime kind of mentioned that too. So, anyways, 865-255-03. Hour 1 is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Ben McKee, Jason Swain live here from the Low T Center studio. Be right back.
At work, can't call in? Don't feel bad. You can talk to the guys on the text box. It's part of the free Swain Event app.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm, let us help. JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799. Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing. I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Don't remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy.
Attaboy is brought to you by Made in Tennessee Business Fiber Internet from Iris Networks. Find business solutions for you at irisnetworksusa.com.
Attaboy is brought to you by Iris Networks, irisnetworksusa.com. 90 days, no payment for business internet, fiber internet, and voice. High quality, reliable. A Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses. That is Iris Networks. Okay, Ben. Where are we going today for Attaboy, for our positivity?
First, you must refer to me as Mr. Positivity if you'd like to give an Attaboy today.
All right, Mr. Positivity.
Thank you. I am giving the Cock County Swift Water Rescue Team and the Newport City Fire Swift Water Rescue Team an Attaboy today. Possibly there's a female involved there as well, so Attaboy, Attagirl to those units because they saved 3 small children and 1 adult from a submerged car in Cock County. This article is on WBIR. The Cock County Emergency Management Agency said 3 small children and an adult were rescued on Thursday. They were inside of a car that was submerged up to its windows in the French Broad River. They also said that the Cock County team completed its training and certification 4 days earlier. So they got that done in the nick of time. Each team member was hand-selected from agencies and departments from around the county. Officials did not report any injuries. Information about how the car was submerged was not immediately available. They also said they were proud of the team's work and said that they applied everything they were taught in training to rescue everyone from the car. So there's photos and video on the Cock County Emergency Management Agency Facebook page of these people, the 3 small children and the 1 adult being rescued. And man, this car is nearly completely submerged. So attaboy, attagirl to everyone involved. And how ironic that they completed their training just 4 days prior to having to rescue somebody. God's timing never fails.
Right about that, man. That's a good attaboy right there. Risking your own life to save the life of others. That's a good
attaboy, attagirl every single day for that.
For sure. Al Wilson will be honored this weekend, inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in December. And Tennessee football put out a timeline of Al Wilson where he committed to Tennessee in January of 95, signed with Tennessee in February of 95. His first game was against East Carolina that September. December of 97, he was an SEC champion. December of 98, back-to-back SEC champion and consistent first team All-American. And then January 99, he was part of a perfect team that won the national championship in 98. April of that year, 99, he was drafted 31st overall by the Denver Broncos. And then December 2010, he was named SEC Legends, class of 2010. April 2016, he was inducted into the UT Athletics Hall of Fame, and then December 2021, formally inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame. And there's so many players coming back for this game to support and honor their brother, not just their teammate, but their brother. T. Martin wasn't here for the statue unveiling, and teammates still came just to show love and support. So you know how tight this team is. This team is super, super tight. These guys have the utmost respect for Al Wilson, probably the greatest leader that Tennessee has ever seen.
We need to find that interview that you did with him back in 2017 after Butch was fired, and when he spoke with a lot of emotion in that interview. We need to find that and put that back out there. Man,
when all this stuff settles down, I'm gonna reach out to him to get him on the show next week.
Yes.
So that's the plan. I know he's bombarded with all kind of interview requests, and it's crazy. And here's Al. He is trying to defer all the attention away from him and put it back on his teammates. Mm-hmm. Al, you are inducted into the Hall of Fame. This is about you. You can't duck and dodge this. You got to accept it. So I'll see him this weekend. I'll see him tonight probably, and try to get something for next week, man. I think he's gonna possibly be on Vol Network at some point tomorrow. Don't know if it's gonna be our show, a Big Orange Countdown, or maybe during the game. But I know Vol Network may do something with him. But we'll get him on. We'll get a fresh Al Wilson coming off that Hall of Fame induction, and then the weekend, because I want to get him like after everything has kind of happened, instead of like today. I want to get him like next week, where like he can talk about the whole weekend.
And after we beat those cocks.
That's right. After we laid a slap down on South Carolina.
I'm back up to a 10 now. I was like an 8 at the start of the show, Swain, in terms of confidence of Tennessee winning.
The players are healthy now?
6, 7 in terms of them covering. No, Al Wilson's going to be speaking to the team tonight, interacting with the team this weekend, leading them to the stadium in the Vol Walk. I'm as soon as this show is over, I'm going to go home, and I am going to kneel in my living room and pray for South Carolina for about 2 hours, because they need all the prayers that they can get, because Al Wilson, again, is speaking to the team, leading the team to the stadium. I mean, this football team is just going to absolutely destroy South Carolina on Saturday because of Al Wilson.
You know what's funny? It's like all the Tennessee connections on South Carolina staff, like they know what's about to happen.
Terrio, Shane Beamer.
Like they know. Oh, Al Wilson talking to the boys?
Do we have to go? Can we just forfeit? I think we got COVID this week.
Alternate and Al Wilson talking to the boys?
And Tennessee's coming off a 60-point dub over Missouri. The fans are jacked up. It took us a field goal to beat Troy. I got COVID. I can't breathe.
You better pull up the old Urban videos, see how Urban was faking how he was sick.
Just don't pull up the Urban video of him at the dinner.
Yeah, don't pull up the current.
Don't pull that Urban.
Yeah, don't pull that. Don't pull that. Oh, man. Hour number 1 is in the books. Hour 2 around the corner. Stay with us. When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
Good morning, Swain Event family. Several of you, like Ben McKee, have reached out to me for real estate assistance this year, and I want to say thank you. I appreciate your trust in me to ask questions and help you navigate the real estate world.
That's right, Jennifer. Buying a home is a scary process, especially for a first-time home buyer. Jennifer recently helped my wife and I buy our first home and made the entire process seamless. Her willingness to go above and beyond is what sets her apart.
As always, feel free to give me a call. Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. Cheer on your favorite team with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Touchdown or turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Touchdown turnover back by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong, better rates and better service. Hour 2 here on the Swain Event. Okay, Ben. Are you ready?
Are you ready? Are you ready? Whole squad ready.
Is that a yes or no? I don't know what that was.
I'm always ready.
Always ready, Ben.
I was born ready.
All right. Let's see. Touchdown turnover, Ben.
Touchdown.
There will be one upset this weekend in the SEC. And let me help you with some of the games this weekend. Vanderbilt will go on the road and play against Florida.
Why are you even mentioning that game?
Because I wanted to say Vanderbilt. That's all. South Carolina at Tennessee. Arkansas at Ole Miss. Georgia at Auburn. North Texas at Missouri. LSU at 16th ranked Kentucky. It's a night game. Touchdown turnover. There will be one or more upsets in SEC play this weekend. You okay?
I'll say touchdown, but I don't feel great about it because Vanderbilt is not going to beat Florida.
No. Who?
Vanderbilt. South Carolina is not going to beat Tennessee.
No, I don't think so.
Auburn is not going to beat Georgia.
Nope.
LSU is not going to beat Kentucky.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Texas A&M is not going to beat Alabama. So there's always an upset. So I'm going to say touchdown just off of that theory. There's always one that doesn't go as expected. And I'm going to say Sam Pittman's Hogs go on the road and beat down Ole Miss. Ole Miss's defense, still not good. I think KJ Jefferson and that offense puts up some points. And I think a good Arkansas defense does just enough against Matt Corral and that Ole Miss offense to win that football game. And remember, Matt Corral threw 6 interceptions against Arkansas last year because Barry Odom is a wizard. Barry Odom, Arkansas's defensive coordinator, will have another big-time game plan for Matt Corral. And I think Arkansas pulls off the upset. And the only reason it's an upset is because Ole Miss is 5.5-point favorites. Arkansas is actually ranked higher, but in terms of the spread going into the game, I'll say Arkansas upsets Ole Miss on the road.
Yeah, I mean, I can see LSU beating Kentucky. I don't think Kentucky has played great this season. I think LSU has played better opponents than Kentucky so far this season. I can see LSU going inside of Kentucky and beating them. They are good enough to beat Kentucky, and they're also bad enough to lose like they lost on the road to UCLA. So that's the thing that's frustrating with LSU for the LSU fans is that, you just don't know what team you're going to get. And that's why Ed Orgeron future is in the air. But I'm going touchdown, man. I think there will be an upset. I don't think there will be 2 unless North Texas beats Mizzou. That would be funny.
1-3 North Texas beating Mizzou.
That would be hilarious. Actually, I want Mizzou to win, man. I don't want our win to look terrible.
Yeah, we need Missouri to win by like 50.
Mizzou, we want you to go undefeated. Go Tigers. Go Tigers.
All right, call your shot. You said touchdown. Which game is it going to be?
Arkansas or LSU. One of those 2.
Pick one.
I mean, I could go easy and say Arkansas, but I'll go out on a limb and say LSU.
I just don't trust LSU. I never thought I would say this, but I trust Kentucky more than I trust LSU. They've got offensive line issues. They've got running back issues, and combine the two, and obviously you have running game issues. They can't run the ball at all. I like Max Johnson. I like their receivers, Keyshawn Boutte. He's really good, but
good to know you like Johnson and Boutte. That's great.
I do like Booty. Sue me. Defensively, they're without their best player going forward, Derek Stingley Jr.
Yeah, he's shutting it on down, seems like.
Yeah, so I don't know. I never thought I'd say it, but I have more trust in Kentucky than I do LSU.
Kentucky is the team that will beat Florida for the first time at home since 1986 and then turn around and lose to LSU.
Yep. I now that I can absolutely get with.
Yeah.
The emotional win over Florida, fans storming the field, Kentucky players feeling themselves. That scenario, I can see Kentucky being hung over. This is the big game though. This is the big game. I mean, this game could for Kentucky determine whether it finishes second in the East or not. It's crazy to think about. But next week they play Georgia. That's gonna be an L. But Florida already has 2 SEC losses with Alabama and Kentucky, and they're gonna take a 3rd loss to Georgia. So Florida's gonna have 3 SEC losses at minimum. Kentucky doesn't have a single SEC loss right now, and the only tough game on the schedule left is Georgia. Like that's the only. And when I say tough, like guaranteed L, and that's Georgia next week. LSU is a tough game. Mississippi State the week after Georgia is a tough game. But the rest of Kentucky's schedule is very manageable in terms of finishing second in the East. LSU this weekend, at Georgia next weekend. They have a bye, and then Halloween weekend they play at Mississippi State. Then they play home against Tennessee, at Vanderbilt, and that's the rest of their schedule. So if Kentucky beats LSU this weekend, we may be living in a world where they finish second in the East. And then all of a sudden, I'm not going to at all pick Kentucky to beat Georgia, but you would be going into that Georgia game if Kentucky handles business this weekend with Kentucky and Georgia undefeated and playing for the right to essentially go to the SEC championship game. Indeed.
You've noticed all the inventory shortages and empty shelves everywhere. Now there are serious shortages on equipment and products for your home. HVAC systems, tankless water heater systems, generators are going to be extremely limited in 2022. If you need a replacement, call our friends at Hiller today. Don't wait until you are out of options. Hiller has special financing available. Buy now and pay nothing until next year. Hiller's work is backed by their Happy You'll Be or service is free guarantee. Learn more at happyhiller.com. And that ain't nothing but the truth right there. Inventory shortages all over the place. And that's why Tennessee unable to get the black jerseys. Supply and demand issues. It's not just affecting one part of the world or one section of jobs. It's everybody. Everyone's affected by it. It's funny, though. Amazon's still dropping 2-day shipments over here. That's Amazon Prime still doing their thing, though. I ordered some shoes for my youngest one. The middle one likes pink, and the youngest one likes blue. She's like, I like blue. So she's like, I want some blue shoes. The middle kid was like, I want pink shoes. So the pink shoes was easy to find for a girl. The blue shoes for a girl was a little bit harder. It took a lot longer for the shipment to come. Sorry, we experiencing issues. Shipping is delayed. So it's affecting everybody in every walk of life. So make sure you take advantage of that. Hiller, if you have any issues now, don't wait because you may be waiting for something that's very, very important for your home to function properly, and supplies may be limited. So get it taken care of now if you know that's something that you want to do in the next 6 to 12 months. Do it now. Let's go to the phones. Who we got?
Court's involved.
Court's involved, man. Had the call of the day yesterday. one of the calls of the day. Channing did a great job too. Channing did a great job yesterday too. So
I actually went back and listened to it because I missed it, and that was that was good stuff.
That was, man. That was
good stuff, man.
Channing rocked it. You and Channing, man. Y'all were the stars of yesterday.
Hey, I just try to be real. I just try to bring the heat a little bit.
You did.
Get something a little silly here. I want to piggyback off Tramel's call from earlier. Now, I didn't get anything. Where's my? I don't get a T-shirt. I don't get a mug. I don't get a hug. No, nothing.
See, Tramel came to our Tennessee signing day at Dead End Barbecue and won the cup. We did not do signing day this past year. I got a hug for you though. I'll give you a hug anytime you want to, man. Quarantine is nothing but what, 45 minutes away, 25 minutes, 30 minutes away?
25, 30.
Yeah, I got a hug for you. I got a hug.
I hold you to that.
I got a hug. No, I got a cup for you too, man. I got a cup for you.
Hey.
Call of the day.
But no, on a serious note, wouldn't it be hilarious? And I'm just kind of speculating here. I'm being a fan. Wouldn't it be just the funniest thing if when we play, and you never know what could happen with them in the next few weeks, but let's say we end up playing Kentucky and them being one loss, right? Wouldn't it be the most poetic, tasty victory to just smack them right in the face and say, no, you're still second fiddle to us. Just slap them right in the face.
It would be the first time. Tennessee did that to them in 2018 when they were 11th in the country. They were actually ranked higher then than they are right now, and they came into town and we smacked them around like it was 98.
Just let them know where their place really is.
Yeah.
They're just right. I feel like they've been just riding off of our misfortunes over the last decade and a half. And I'm tired of it, just like you guys are. But I got one more thing, and I'm gonna hop off here. I've got an impression of the South Carolina coach. after they find out Al Wilson's here, talking to the team tonight. You want to hear it?
Yes, sir. Oh, man. Oh, goodness. Oh, Cortival with another one. That's a better drop the mic moment than Volstorm, man.
That's not hard to do, though.
He taking your drop. He taking your mic drops, Volstorm. He's taking your spot. Wow, Cortival. I got you, Cortival. I got a hug for you, man. I got a cup for you.
That's cute.
I got you. What'd you say, Ben?
I said that's cute.
What's that supposed to mean?
That you have a hug for him.
Yeah, man. I hug my big orange family.
Good for you.
That's what I do, man. That is what I do. 865-255-03. Be right back.
While the other guys are taking guesses, the Swain Event is taking you behind the scenes and in the huddle every morning from 7 till 10 right here.
When you start your own business, you know that branding can make or break a new venture. That's why Swain Event relies on 42nd Street. 42nd Street is a strategy agency focused on finding creative, open-minded, results-driven solutions to brand design. After over a decade of operations in East Tennessee, the brand architects at 42nd Street have the experience and creative know-how to ensure the success of your business branding, logo, web presence, and more. To see a real-life example of their amazing work, you can check out our website at swainevent.com. Don't trust the branding of your business to just anyone. Check out my friends at 42nd Street online at 42st.com or give them a call at 865-382-7007. 42nd Street, brand, strategy, design.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work from anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss PRP, platelet-rich plasma. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
Good to be back, Jason. We specialize in non-surgical orthopedics, so we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints, including rotator cuff injuries, knee injuries, and elbow and foot problems by using ultrasound-guided injections with PRP. And this form of treatment helps stimulate the body's own reparative process and assist in the healing of damaged tissue.
Doc, what makes your training different than others?
I've been practicing in Knoxville for over 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. They've been the leader in this form of treatment since 1983. I also teach this form of treatment on a national and international basis to other physicians, residents, and medical students. Here in our clinic, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own PRP, which are concentrated platelets, to treat your injury. So in other words, Jason, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Do what the pros, college athletes, and I have done, and visit them online at trsportsmedicine.com. Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, East Tennessee's leader in PRP therapy. When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com.
You don't have to take an L just because you can't listen to the Swain Event live. You can catch up on the podcast posted daily on the app, online, and on iTunes.
Swain Event, welcome back. If you haven't heard, there's now a way to get the Power T and the checkerboard on your license plate while supporting scholarships at UT for the students at the same time. Official UT license plates are now available from county clerk offices across the state of Tennessee. $15 of your $35 annual specialty plate fee will go to support student scholarships. So talk to your county clerk or visit alumni.utk.edu for more information. Let's go to the phones. 865-255-03. Let's get to Kentucky Vol. Kentucky Vol, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. Good morning, Kentucky Vol.
Man, I'm really looking forward to heading to the game tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
I tell you, I'm really excited about this team. They're playing with a lot of fire, and I tell you, I just really think we're headed in the right direction. You know, I'm 65 now, and I ain't got too many more years probably to see us get back relevant again. But man, I like the direction we're going in now.
Well, Kentucky Vol, man, we hope you have at least 35 more years, man. We hope you hit the century mark, my friend, and you're able to see many more Tennessee games.
Yeah, I tell you guys, I'm looking forward to maybe seeing you guys tomorrow. I'll look you up. I don't know where you're going to be tailgating at, but I'll try to find you and meet you guys and talk to you personally, and then see that the black jerseys run out onto the field. That's going to be exciting. I really like the idea of changing it up every now and then. I like our tradition, but heck, man, I like seeing the new stuff too.
I like it. I like Kentucky Vol, and I'll tell you exactly where I'll be. Pre-game, 10:30, from 10:30 to 11:30, I'll be doing the Big Orange Countdown right there, Gate 21. That huge stage, Vol Network. It'll be myself. It'll be Will Overstreet, Brent Hubbs, John Wilkerson. We'll be right there doing the show. So you can find me there. And at any point during the show, just give me a signal. And if we're on a good break, man, I'll come down and hug your neck, shake that hand of yours. So that's where I'll be, my friend. Then tailgate, I don't know where I'll be.
That sounds great, Jason. Hey, I appreciate it. And Ben, I hope to see you too. And man, let's have a great game and bring the balls to victory. Okay.
That sounds good. Yeah, Ben, you gonna be hanging out too? Where can Kentucky Vol find you and hug you on your neck a little bit? Are you too cool?
I'm not too cool. Cooler than you.
You surprised? He wanted to see you too?
Yeah. I don't have grand plans before the game. But if you want to shoot me a message on Twitter or through the Swain Event Facebook page, I can meet you somewhere. I'm more than happy to.
I think Kentucky Vol might have Twitter and Facebook. He said he's 65, and he said he liked the black jerseys. You heard that? He liked them. That was a reasonable, logical, fair-minded point there. He likes the traditional uniforms, but you can change it up a little bit. He likes them. How about that? I'll be crashing tailgates in Circle Park, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. Tailgate crasher.
Must be nice.
Anybody can tailgate crash. Now, the response may be different. but I plan on tailgating crashing.
Tailgating crashing?
Tailgate crashing. Circle Park.
I'll come hang with you.
Nice and close to the stadium. Not too far away. A lot of tailgates all in one place. I think that's what I'm going to do, man. I'm getting up early, Ben.
Why?
The game's at 12. Got to do the pregame show at 10:30. Got to get on campus. Got to give yourself enough time to actually tailgate. So
I'll actually be on campus pretty early. I want to watch Al Wilson walk down the Vol Walk. So
that'd be special.
That's 2 hours and 15 minutes before kickoff. So at 9:45,